see the winners of 4 straight, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Vols will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs. Coming into this one,
breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Fires it down the seam. Makes a grab down the middle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Just hammering with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires fires downfield. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Got the first down and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Vols with the 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Hardy. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Myers on the move. Lost, the defense is wide open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And he puts through the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He leaves it with his back. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Fires to the middle. All by himself. There he goes. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Hawkins. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the touchdown run in the red zone. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jefferson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To throw, it's Barnett. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the running back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to pass on 2nd down. The throw. It's caught downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. These two, which have so much cross-pollination and legendary games in their history, first played in 1916 with the Vols blanking the Gators in Florida. Tennessee actually won the first 10 meetings, with Florida not getting a W in the series until 1954.
And there was a period of time, Reese, in this rivalry that the game not only had SEC championship implications, but national championship implications too. You think back to the heyday of this rivalry in the late 90s. Danny Werfel going up against Peyton Manning. We played the Vols, and we had games that were won in overtime. We had games that went down to 2-minute drives. There was so much NFL talent on the field, and it was such a competitive and physical game every single year.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
And the Volunteers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Here comes the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Texas Tech was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Lubbock. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Red Raider Nation. who will enjoy this win. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Catch in the middle. It's Hawkins. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Just going to keep it after the snap. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll try to toss it. Unloads to the wide out. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
The Gators are rolling down the field. Brown has it. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Snap it to the back. Shakes off the defender. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the move. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
This quarterback part of their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jefferson. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Makes the catch, it's Harrison. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He unleashes a long one. Makes a grab right down the middle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he makes the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a man, it's Lagway. Fires to the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Little over-anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the point after is good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jefferson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Going to the run to start this second half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Takes the handoff. It's Hardy. Got enough for the first down. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Volunteers! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Lagway. Looking down the middle. On target to the left. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't...
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
On third down, he drops to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Quarterback keeps it. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Gators in the hurry-up. This is a design run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Coming out with it, it's Jefferson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Direct snap. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Buys a little extra time. Makes the grab. Turns it on in midfield. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
Well, the defense dialed up a blitz. Quarterback knew he was going to get hit, but he also knew it was man coverage, so he found his best matchup. He got it out of his hands early, right before getting smacked, to get that completion.
quarterback run is part of their game plan. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Georgia Southern. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Gators want to move quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him slipping.
Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Got a man, it's Brown. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line.
Unloads it downfield. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Jefferson.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this. That QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. Got that something to go.
Quarterback will keep it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost it.
Tries to get it on the ground. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Right on the money. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. On target. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. On the move. And into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gator!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tennessee offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Barnett. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Here comes the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's going to swing it into the heart of the field. Pulls it in down the sideline. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Vols had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Oh, they're after him! And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here comes the offense on second down. Now on the move. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. It's Brown. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking for a big gain. He's got it inside the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Buying some time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense replay. That's my quarterback.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Louisville is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 17 over North Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They want to run this quarterback. Running into the open space. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Volunteers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Jefferson. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll take it himself. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Smashes ahead. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw. It's Lagway. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance?
He's got it, 1st down and more. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Here's a 1st down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win this football game. Nice execution. And guess what? There's still time left on the clock.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He might want another play. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He wants a big play here late. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Motion from the wideout. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Working that left side. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Takes his shot. He got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Man, this place is going nuts. Your offense comes through in the clutch when you need it. Great job. Now, baby, free football. Let's kick the extra point and go to overtime.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jefferson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. They go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up the fourth down. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. They'll go with a direct snap. Can't get him to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
Just feeds the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Do you just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Passing on the field goal, and they'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. He did not make it. Stopped short, and they'll turn the football over, and now a field goal will win it.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. Keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him.
To the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They may just get the ball in position for a game-winning field goal here in overtime. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Steps away.
the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.